Disney is losing confidence in Captain Marvel. Easily one of the worst characters in the MCU. Maybe if they gave Captain Marvel more character, people would have liked her. But that is too hard for Disney because they have to make the most boring movies and make the most amount of money from them. Like for example, the Lion King remake. But we're not going to talk about the plot of the Captain Marvel. There are multiple people talking about this. Comic book news. They always hated Captain Marvel, which is good because Captain Marvel does suck. And Disney losing confidence in Captain Marvel. Brie Larson due to Spider-Man because Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel and any of these new characters it's like kind of like trying to replace Batman with like some obscure character that nobody cares about. Okay, you cannot replace a cultural icon with a character that nobody cares about, character that nobody wants, and a character that sits on the shelf and collects dusts, while every other character doesn't, like Iron Man, Spider-Man, Captain America, and Hulk, and of course Wolverine and Deadpool, much more popular characters than Captain Marvel. Oh, but Captain Marvel made $1 billion, so Captain Marvel is still popular. No, it only made $1 billion because people want to see the movie before Endgame. That's probably another reason why Black Panther was so successful. And even then, Black Panther is much more popular than Captain Marvel. Lost confidence in Brie Larson and Captain Marvel, which had to do with the loss of Spider-Man to Sony. It claimed that Disney, Marvel Studios, and Kevin Feige were going to use Spider-Man and Tom Holland to keep Brie Larson and Captain Marvel more likable in the MCU. And now Spider-Man is gone, Disney is actually worried about the future of Captain Marvel because Spider-Man was supposed to be the new lead, the new Iron Man in the MCU. But of course, Sony gave Disney the middle finger, and we all know how that went. Disney threw a big fit, and they started complaining. But make sure, of course, you like and share or subscribe or comment, because comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. It never gets old. Tom Holland is the first had named job Captain Marvel in the MCU. It's more interesting that Brie Larson was supposed to be the face of the MCU, and then Spider-Man was supposed to be the face, but then Sony said no. And of course, the Kevin Feige announced Captain Marvel was being a part of the Phase 4, so it was basically heavy ramen oriented. Oriented the sequel being announced in the future. Captain Marvel, there's no release date basically telling you. But Disney is really confident in this character that we have already lost confidence in already because we didn't like her. That Marvel is apparently bringing back Robert Downey Jr. for Phase 4, as Tony Stark said to be coming back for Black Widow prequel. And Disney Plus. Of course, this is why I'm not watching Marvel anymore. I don't want to have to subscribe to freaking Disney Plus to know everything about the MCU. Okay, I don't want to have to watch no Disney Plus. Okay, I'm not subscribing to some freaking Disney Plus to watch all these shows. Okay, new face of the MCU, Captain Marvel, and Carol Danvers would be big part of Phase 4. Presently, they're not, because nobody likes Captain Marvel. Yeah, Captain Marvel, you stink. And as a for the overall DVD channel that is all not well with Captain Marvel. Disney and studio has lost faith in Captain Marvel. Confidence. We lost PT has lost confidence with Captain Marvel. YouTube claims who has stresses about considered rumor that Marvel had plans for Spider-Man. But of course Spider-Man is gone, so they can't really they're kind of in the we don't know what we're gonna do without Spider-Man. They're probably gonna have to delay some of the movies. Because Spider-Man's gone. Because some of the movies have to have Spider-Man in it. Um, Due to the MCU because of Kevin Feige's political correct rules that he's taking Phase 4. And of course, Disney wanted to be greedy. That's the real reason why. But Disney also wanted to be greedy and want to take all the money for themselves. Which, understandably, Sony said no. Because Disney is greedy. Okay, Disney used to not be this greedy when Walt Disney owned the company. But now now wants nickel and dime you of every penny possible. At the resorts, and the movies, and now the Blu-rays. This is the reason why Disney Blu-rays never drop in price. Only on like Black Friday they do, and that's like once a year. Okay, which among others sees Feige, Ray Spend, and Zenda swap Marvel characters, which happened in the Captain Marvel movie to the extent. Second banana to Captain Marvel, and In order to pop herself up, Spider would need a butt of jokes and would have much needed humor to kill Danvers. It also said that Captain Marvel would humiliate Spider-Man in order to promote Disney's PC feminist agenda, shows females being better than males. But of course, Sony said no to all this because Sony's smart. They're not actually stupid and dumb, and we're kind usually in Spider-Man. Um, but being second best to Captain Marvel, which is just so stuck on needed a Spider-Man to give Captain Marvel personality. Unlikable hero with no personality, with no plan. Disney watched Spider-Man. This is the whole thing, and now they have no confidence in the other characters. Um, and that's Matt said that was Disney claimed it was no sequel announced at San Diego. So I'm thinking about Spider-Man derailed all of Kevin Feige's announcements. Black Panther 2 is coming out. That's for sure, but no Captain Marvel 2. As told by YouTuber, Disney is releasing a Black Widow prequel movie over and Love and Thunder. No one's gonna watch for Love and Thunder. No one's gonna watch it, okay? A title alone is not gonna be before they can touch Captain Marvel again. Captain Marvel was an always cracked up C. Captain Marvel's on Sacred Clown because then people didn't like the movie. But those plans were been torpedoed by Sony, which frankly makes me glad that Sony saved Spider-Man from all of this. Again, Spider-Man being a Captain Marvel's wrapped up wouldn't be a good thing. This losing confidence Captain Marvel basically isn't the fan base isn't the best way to run a business. Um Wonky and Periodic Spin, Spider-Man with Sony, they already own Spider-Man. Um the rights to Spider-Man, they don't the movie rights to Spider-Man, every fits above the rumor, Spider no, I will Kevin Feige. We're sticking the classic version to characters, but they want to make I think they want to make everything woke, and they said no. With Star Wars, The Last Jedi was a disaster. Disney wouldn't do it again, but Disney doesn't care. Disney wants to push an agenda upon everybody, and now Disney's losing faith because they can't make their agenda in Captain Marvel. Okay, they can't put their agenda in Captain Marvel, so they're losing confidence because Spider-Man is no longer part of the MCU. They're kind of losing confidence in the MCU in general now because Spider-Man is no longer a part of the MCU. So of course they're gonna start losing confidence in the MCU in whole. Which that means Captain Marvel 2 will flop, which is a good thing for everybody else.